Okay, what's up, folks? Antonio Fletcher back with you once again. Folks, I saw the debate last night, and I can't say I was surprised. Honestly, I expected it to happen the way it did. Just some clear bias, which happened against Donald Trump last night. Now, I'm no Trump supporter by any means at all, but we could clearly see from watching the debate that it was obvious bias, and I mean heavy bias against Trump, and it needs to be called out. And it's obvious that you have a lot of people, particularly in the media, trying to heavily rig this election campaign for Hillary Clinton. So I just want to point out something in this article right here, and also I'll show you a video clip at the end from a dude by the name of Stateofdaniel. I'm not going to have the entire video there because I'm going to link his video so you can watch it in its entirety on his channel. So here we go from the Breitbart article. 5 times Lester Holt shield for Hillary Clinton at first debate. NBC News' Lester Holt had his Candy Crowley moment at the first debate of the 2016 presidential election on Monday night, bowing to pressure from Hillary Clinton campaign and the liberal media by fact-checking Republican nominee Donald Trump on the question of his support for the Iraq War. Holt lived up to the expectations of his peers, but he lived down to the worst expectations of conservatives who routinely see Republican candidates treated unfairly by debate moderators. Again and again, Holt asked Trump tough questions that were straight from the Clinton campaign's talking points and which were obvious setups for Clinton to attack and for fact-checkers to pounce on whatever Trump asserted in his own defense. Here are the 5 worst examples. Tax returns. Holt never asked Clinton about her email scandal, about Benghazi, or about the Clinton Foundation and its dubious dealings. But he did ask Trump about his tax returns, arguing, not asking, that there might be questionable information in them that the American public deserved to hear. Birther conspiracy theory. Holt never asked Clinton about her past record of racist statements, including her super predator remarks as First Lady or her explicit appeal to white Americans in her 2008 primary campaign against Obama. Yet he asked Trump about the birther conspiracy theory and cast it as racist. Stop and frisk. After an exchange between the candidates over the policy of stop and frisk, Holt interjected to bolster Clinton's point by stating erroneously that stop and frisk had ended in New York because it had been declared unconstitutional by a court. Trump countered correctly that the new mayor had canceled the policy before the litigation was over. A presidential look. Towards the end of the debate, Holt asked Trump about what he meant by saying Hillary Clinton did not have a presidential look. He did so after noting that Clinton had become the first woman to be nominated for president by a major political party, thus setting Trump up as a sexist. As Trump answered, Holt interrupted him, then gave Clinton a chance to respond with her talking points about Trump's past comments on women. Iraq War. The question whether Trump supported the Iraq War or not has been widely debated. What is beyond doubt is that Hillary Clinton voted for it. Holt only represented one side of the debate about Trump and never asked Clinton about her own vote. In addition, the artist repeatedly interjected, almost always in Clinton's favor, and when Holt did not stop them, though it was against the rules, he only stopped the audience when there were cheers for Trump, calling for Clinton's emails. Bow again, Lester Holt, you did your job. Now, yes, there was obvious bias towards Trump. But I will point out at the same time that Trump did interrupt Hillary Clinton 55 times. I'm not excusing him interrupting Hillary Clinton that many times. But at the same time, I can't honestly say that I blame him entirely for trying to get more opportunities to interrupt Clinton, because he was dealing with three fronts. Not only debating Hillary, which was one, dealing with the crowd, number two, which Lester Holt didn't bother to control, and number three, Lester Holt himself, who was clearly biased against Trump. He did not moderate that debate fairly at all. So you can hardly blame Trump for interrupting Hillary Clinton that many times. Again, I don't entirely endorse him doing it, but it's hard to blame him for not doing it when he had to deal with all that. And the media quickly jumped on to trying to paint Trump as this sexist. The typical social injustice warrior talking points. Claiming somebody like a racist, a sexist, a homophobe. The typical buzzwords they like to use when all their other arguments have failed and when they don't have any real points to bring to the table. So, yes, there's clearly a lot of anti-biased Trump, biased anti-Trump rhetoric going on. And the media has been totally irresponsible in how they've covered this campaign. They have not, bothered to cover her clear health issues or anything like that. If you're going to criticize Trump about his tax returns, then you need to equally criticize Clinton about the emails and Benghazi and all that other stuff. And that clearly did not happen in that debate last night. So once again, the media proves just how irresponsible they are, and the reason why 94% of Americans do not trust the mainstream media today. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to play a clip from this YouTube dude by the name of stateofdaniel. He pointed out very clearly some other relevant points in which there was also clear bias, and how Lester Holt was a hypocrite and how he conducted himself in the debate. So here's the clip now.
As far as the debate itself, all of us witnessed Donald Trump debate not one, but two people, Hillary Clinton and the moderator Lester Holt. But before I talk about the obvious moderator malpractice that Lester Holt committed, I want to talk about the more nuanced, more sneaky ways that show which way he was trying to tilt the debate. You may remember the moment when Trump absolutely nailed Hillary Clinton on her emails and the audience roared in approval.
I will release my tax returns against my lawyer's wishes when she releases her 33,000 emails that have been deleted. As soon as she releases them, I will release my tax returns. And that's against my lawyers. They say, don't do it. I will tell you this. Let her release the email. Why did she delete 33,000?
Well, I'll let her ask that, but let me just admonish the audience one more time. There was an agreement. We did ask you to be silent, so it would be helpful for us. Secretary Clinton.
Did you notice how Holt reprimanded the audience and told them to be quiet? Look, I totally get it. This is a presidential debate. The audience needs to be respectful. However, if you are going to scold Trump supporters and tell them to be quiet at the very beginning of the debate, then you'd better hold Hillary supporters to the same standard. But not just once, but twice. Later on in the debate, Hillary supporters would cheer. And guess what? Lester Holt's lips were sealed.
I think Donald just criticized me for preparing for this debate. And yes, I did. And you know what else I prepared for? I prepared to be president. And I think that's a good thing.
Mr. Trump, for 5 years,
As soon as he travels to 112 countries and negotiates a peace deal, a ceasefire, a release of dissidents and opening of new opportunities in nations around the world, or even spends 11 hours testifying in front of a congressional committee. He can talk to me about stamina.
The world, let me tell you.
I suppose Lester forgot about his own no cheering rule as the night went on. Also, on top of that, Hillary supporters would actually disrupt the debate 2 more times with laughter, and if you listen closely, you can actually hear Lester chuckle into his microphone.
There's a person with a temperament that's got a problem.
Secretary Clinton.
Woo, okay. Let's
Now, I don't know about you, but to me, if the moderator tells one side to stop cheering, but lets the other side cheer, to me that's pretty indicative of which way he's leaning. At the very least, it's a clear sign that Hillary and Trump are being treated with a double standard. One of those double standards is that Holt interrupted Trump a total of 41 times during the debate. 41 times to follow up or argue with what Trump was saying. On the other hand, Holt only interrupted Hillary 7 times. And as if that's not enough, Trump actually got 6 follow-up questions and Hillary got 0 follow-up questions.
And there you go, my friends. Clear, indisputable bias. I know nobody should be surprised by it, but it's still always worth pointing out anyway. But as always, if you like this video, please like, comment, and subscribe. And even if you didn't like it, please leave some constructive criticism in the comments. So, thanks for watching, everyone. Take care, God bless, and peace.